Yeah, it is visible.
Thank you. Namaste, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to the 25th session of the Sundarakandam learning series. Am I audible? Do you want me to be louder? Audible enough? Great. So we come to the last section of Sarga 3, starting from Shloka 40. So what we have seen so far is that Hanuman has entered the fortress city of Lanka. He encounters the city herself personified in the form of an ogress. She can take any form at will. She chooses to take a terrifying form. And then she threatens Hanuman and says, "Who are you? How dare you enter my city? The city is protected by the mighty Ravana, and I myself and the city will not allow you to enter." So she threatens him, and he is very polite to her, although she is very rude to him. And finally, even though he tries to placate her, she gives him one solid blow. Then we saw in the last class, Hanuman reacted with a loud roar. Okay, then what does he do? We will see. ततः संवर्तयामास ततः संवर्तयामास वामहस्तस्य सोऽङ्गुलीः वामहस्तस्य सोऽङ्गुलीः मुष्टिनाभिजघानैनाम् मुष्टिनाभिजघानैनाम् हनूमान् क्रोधमूर्च्छितः हनूमान् क्रोधमूर्च्छितः स्त्रीचेति मन्यमानेन नातिक्रोधः स्वयं कृतः नातिक्रोधः स्वयं कृतः लाइन बाय लाइन ततः संवर्तयामास वामहस्तस्य सोऽङ्गुलीः ततः संवर्तयामास वामहस्तस्य सोऽङ्गुलीः मुष्टिनाभिजघानैनाम् हनूमान् क्रोधमूर्च्छितः मुष्टिनाभिजघानैनाम् हनूमान् क्रोधमूर्च्छितः स्त्रीचेति मन्यमानेन नातिक्रोधः स्वयं कृतः स्त्रीचेति मन्यमानेन नातिक्रोधः स्वयं कृतः ततः संवर्तयामास वामहस्तस्य सोऽङ्गुलीः मुष्टिनाभिजघानैनाम् हनूमान् क्रोधमूर्च्छितः स्त्रीचेति मन्यमानेन नातिक्रोधः स्वयं कृतः. To see the meaning. Tataha saha Hanuman. Then that Hanuman. Krodhamurchitaha. Krodhamurchitaha, if you take it literally, will mean overcome by anger. Here we must remember that after being repeatedly insulted also, the previous line also he was calling her Badre, oh auspicious one. But even then she gave him one solid wallop. So he reacts as anyone would react, with anger. So overcome by anger, acting out of anger. Vamahastasya angulihi samvartayamasa. Vamahasta, left hand's anguli, fingers. Samvartayamasa, he clenched. So he, you make a fist before you give a nice blow, na? It's the same way he clenched his fist, left fist. Enam, that is, Enam means here Lanka. Mushtina abhijaghana. Mushtina, with his fist. Abhijaghana, past tense. Lit lakara, means he hit. Okay, so with his left fist clenched, Hanuman again in retaliation hit Lanka. Then immediately condition. Stricha iti manyamanena. Stricha iti, considering her to be a woman. Manyamanena, by considering her to be a woman. Stri iti manyamanena, by considering her to be a woman. Swayam, himself. Atikrodhaha, excessively angry. Na kritaha, he did not allow himself to become See, the na atikrodaha swayam kritaha, the nakara will go before kritaha. So it will become atikrodaha swayam na kritaha. He stopped himself from becoming excessively angry. So again, this is a sign of a person who has self-control. He did not, although he got roused to anger, he did not let his anger go away with him. He did not react excessively out of anger. He controlled himself. All he gave was a blow in retaliation to that blow. Okay, but his blow obviously is powerful. No, let's see what happens. And like we discussed in the group in the class, that was a nice discussion there about how the dharma of a Stree was not being followed here by Lankini also. And what he is doing is Ramakaryam. For achieving his goal, when an obstacle comes in the way, be it in the form of a woman or a man or an ogress or an animal or anything else, or even a non-living thing like a mountain, which is, I mean, purportedly non-living, even there, Hanuman will do whatever is required to get his work done. So here, the fact that she is a woman, just like somebody very nicely pointed out, the first person actually killed by Rama was Tataka. Okay, and I think Sivagami very nicely pointed out, Vishwamitra explained to Rama that Tataka is an atrocious person. She is not fit to be called male, female, or anything. She is just fit to be called a demoness because of the way she has acted. Killed so many young children. In fact, Vishwamitra very nicely quotes, very nicely explains to Rama, saying that she is the killer of innocent children. To protect those children, won't you kill Tataka, oh Rama? He asks her. So that way, even Rama killed Tataka. In the same way here, Hanuman, though he did not kill Lankini, Simhika he did kill, right? So to save the world, it was required to be done. Now let's see what happens when he hit her. If there are any questions, please pause. Yes. Satutena praharena Satutena praharena Vihvalangi nishachari Vihvalangi nishachari Papata sahasa bhumau Papata sahasa bhumau Vikritanana darshana Vikritanana darshana Satutena praharena Vihvalangi nishachari Satutena praharena Vihvalangi nishachari Papata sahasa bhumau Vikritanana darshana Papata sahasa bhumau Vikritanana darshana. Together. Satutena praharena Vihvalangi nishachari Papata sahasa bhumau Vikritanana darshana. Sa nishachari, she the Rakshasi, Tena praharena, by his blow, Vihvalangi, with her limbs shattered. Okay, Anga refers to Angi, one with limbs. How were the Anga? Vihvala, they were all shattered. Vikritanana darshana, with her face distorted. Sahasa, immediately. Bhumau, on land. Papata, fell. So, just one blow from Hanuman felled Lankini. And her face was distorted. Her limbs were all shattered. She could not get up again. Okay, she was forcibly thrown to the ground by Hanuman's blow. Tatastu Hanuman Pragyah Tatastu Hanuman Pragyah Tam Drishtva Vinipatitam Tam Drishtva Vinipatitam Kripam Chakara Tejasvi Kripam Chakara Tejasvi Madhyamanastriyam Tutam Manyamanastriyam Tutam Tatastu Hanuman Pragyah Tam Drishtva Vinipatitam Tatastu Hanuman Pragyah Tam Drishtva Vinipatitam Kripam Chakara Tejasvi Manyamanastriyam Tutam Kripam Chakara Tejasvi Manyamanastriyam tutam. Together. Tatastu Hanuman Pragyaha Tam Drishtva Vinipatitam Kripam Chakara Tejasvi Manyamanastriyam Tutam. See, he is overcome by compassion. Tataha Pragyaha. Then the very intelligent, very wise, Tejasvi, effulgent, Hanuman. Okay, so the adjectives for Hanuman here are Pragyaha and Tejasvi. Pragyaha, the one who is wise, and Tejasvi, one who is brilliant. Hanuman, Vinipatitam Drishtva. Vinipatitam Tam. Vinipatitam, essentially the one who was fallen. Who is that? Lankite. Drishtva, having seen. Tam Striyam, iti manyamanaha. She is a woman. So thinking, Kripam Chakara, showed compassion. Okay, so there is a quotation which is there in the Tilaka commentary, which quotes from the Mahabharata. We know that the Mahabharata is the fifth Veda, right? So basically, matters of dharma, when they have to be resolved, Mahabharata, Manusmriti, these are usually quoted. So Mahabharata, Adi Parva is quoted there in the commentary. There it is said, Dharmaraja makes a statement that, there is Yudhishthira makes a statement that women should not be killed. Okay, so keeping that Uddesha in mind, he showed compassion. Artiji, your hand is raised.
Ma'am, he's still in the size of a cat only, ma'am, now also.
He's always been in the size of a cat. Only in the Giri Trader's book, you find there's a size change.
Okay.
Okay, mentioned. There is no verb indicating change of size. Okay. My reco always is stick to Giri Trader's book for the text. When you compare with all the commentaries, Bhushala Kara commentary also, the text is perfectly matching the traditional commentaries. But the meaning is not perfectly matching because they add a lot of masala. Especially in the middle sargas, few of the sargas is a little atrocious also. So don't go by the meaning in Giri book. In fact, the best book for meaning, very simple, neat, clear, proper meaning, Gita books. Simple meaning. No complicated own interpretations there. Okay. So now 42 we have finished. Tato vai bhrisha samvigna. Tato vai bhrisha samvigna. Lanka sagadgadaksharam. Lanka sagadgadaksharam. Uvacha garvitam vakyam. Uvacha garvitam vakyam. Hanumantam plavangamam. Hanumantam plavangamam. Tato vai bhrisha samvigna. Lanka sagadgadaksharam. Tato vai bhrisha samvigna. Lanka sagadgadaksharam. Uvacha garvitam vakyam. Hanumantam plavangamam. Uvacha garvitam vakyam. Hanumantam plavangamam. Together. Tato vai bhrisha samvigna. Lanka sagadgadaksharam. Uvacha garvitam vakyam. Hanumantam plavangamam. Now, Lankini experiences a change of heart. Obviously, when you're defeated, you will obviously experience a change of heart. No, that is what is happening. Tataha, then, Sa Lanka, that Lanka, Brisha Samvigna, Brisha Samvigna, greatly agitated. She is like very sad that she has been felled by what she sees as a lowly monkey. So she's very agitated. Gadgadaksharam, in a choked voice. Gadgadaksharam means that something is holding your throat and you're speaking. You're literally spitting the words out because it's through a choked throat. So in a choked voice. Finally, Uvacha Agarvitam. See the way the Padacheda happens in the second line. Uvacha Agarvitam Vakyam. Agarvitam Vakyam means what? Sentences without pride. Finally, some sentences come out of her mouth without pride. Till now, though, what was she calling him? Vanaradama, Then Plavangama, Vanalaya, these words she was using for him. Finally, Agarvitam Vakyam, without pride, Plavangamam Hanumantam Uvacha, to the monkey Hanuman, she spoke. Okay, so what is she speaking? Prasida Sumahabaho, see the change of tone. Prasida Sumahabaho, Trayasva Harisattama, Trayasva Harisattama, Samaye Saumyatishtanti, Samaye Saumyatishtanti, Sattvavanto Mahabalaha, Sattvavanto Mahabalaha, प्रसीद सुमहाबाहो त्रायस्व हरिसत्तमा प्रसीद सुमहाबाहो त्रायस्व हरिसत्तमा समये सौम्य तिष्ठन्ति सत्त्ववन्तो महाबलाः समये सौम्य तिष्ठन्ति सत्त्ववन्तो महाबलाः टुगेदर प्रसीद सुमहाबाहो त्रायस्व हरिसत्तमा समये सौम्य तिष्ठन्ति सत्त्ववन्तो महाबलाः. Now, two words of address. Hey, Sumahabaho, oh one with mighty arms. Harisattama, oh greatest among the monkeys. From Vanaradhama, now he's become Harisattama. So, oh greatest among the monkeys. Prasida, be gracious to me. Till now, if you escape with your life only, you will be lucky. I'm going to kill you. Tell me the truth. That was her tone. Now she's saying, Prasida, be gracious to me. Trayasva, protect me. Okay. Hey, Saumya, oh auspicious one, oh noble one. Samaye, now she's giving advice. Samaye sattvavantaha mahabalaha. At the right time, sattvavantaha, good people. Sattvavan, sattvavantahu, sattvavantaha in plural form. Okay, good people. Mahabalaha, the strong ones. Tishtanti, they wait. They don't immediately act, they wait. So she's advising, please wait, because one more blow from you and I'll be dead. So please wait. Oh mighty shouldered one. Oh auspicious one. Oh greatest of monkeys. Don't do anything to me. Please protect me. Good people, you know, at the right time, they always wait. So she gives him advice. So essentially, she is also again trying to tell him the dharma that a woman should not be killed. Sri na hantavya iti shastra varyadayam ityarthaha samayaha ityasya arthaha. In Tilaka commentary, samaya word is explained as a woman should not be killed. Keeping that in mind, a person would stop. That is what is her intent. Okay. So please be chivalrous, she asks. Then, aham tu nagari lanka, swayameva plavangama, nirjitaham tvaya veera, nirjitaham tvaya veera, vikramena mahabala, vikramena mahabala. Lanka स्वयमेव प्लवंगम अहम तु नगरी लंका स्वयमेव प्लवंगम निर्जिताहम त्वया वीर विक्रमेण महाबल निर्जिताहम त्वया वीर विक्रमेण महाबल. Once more together. Aham tu nagari lanka स्वयमेव प्लवंगम निर्जिताहम त्वया वीर विक्रमेण महाबल. O प्लवंगम, O महाबल, O monkey, O Mahabala, O strong one. Aham tu swayam nagari lanka. I am Lanka Nagari herself. Tvaya nirjitaham. By your Tvaya Veerena, okay, Tvaya Vikramena Nirjitaham. By your valor, I have been won over. So, hey Veera, hey Mahabala, oh brave one, oh strong one, oh monkey, I am Lanka Nagari herself, who has been won over, Tvaya, by you, by your Vikrama, by your courage, valor. So I am the city of Lanka who has been won over by your courage, says Lankini. She accepts defeat basically. Idam tu tathyam shrunuvai. Idam tu tathyam shrunuvai. Bruvantya me harishvara. Bruvantya me harishvara. Swayam bhuva pura dattam. Swayam bhuva pura dattam. Varadanam yatha mama. Varadanam yatha mama. Next sloka also we will see together and see the meaning. Idam tu tathyam shrunuvai. Bruvantya me harishvara. Idam tu tathyam shrunuvai. Bruvantya me harishvara. Swayam bhuva pura dattam. Varadanam yatha mama. Swayam bhuva pura dattam. Varadanam yatha mama. Together. Idam tu tathyam shrunuvai. Bruvantya me harishvara. Swayam bhuva pura dattam. Varadanam yatha mama. Tathyam. Okay, in case you had a doubt about chanting. Tathyam shrunuvai. Yada tvam vanarah kaschit. Yada tvam vanarah kaschit. Vikramat pashamanayet. Kaschit vikramat. Break it. Yada tvam vanarah kaschit. Vikramat vashamanayet. Vikramat vashamanayet. Tada tvaya hi vigyeyam. Tada tvaya hi vigyeyam. Rakshasam bhayamagatam. Rakshasam bhayamagatam. Yada tvam vanarah kaschit vikramat vashamanayet. Yada tvam vanarah kaschit vikramat vashamanayet. Tada tvaya hi vigyeyam. Rakshasam bhayamagatam. Tada tvaya hi vigyeyam. Rakshasam bhayamagatam. Together. Yada tvam vanarah kaschit vikramat pashamanayet. Tada tvaya hi vigyeyam. Rakshasam bhayamagatam. So in these two verses, she is talking about a boon which she has got from Brahma. The backstory is not mentioned. I'll mention it. First, we'll see the Anvaya, then I'll go to the backstory. Harishvara, again see, form of address. Oh Lord among the monkeys. Pura, long, long ago. Mama, for me or of mine, of me. Swayambhuva, by Brahma. Swayambhu is another name for Brahma. One who was created by himself on the lotus. He didn't know his creator. So he was Swayambhu. So Swayambhuva, Tritiya Vibhakti, by Brahma. Yatha, as Varadanam Dattam. A boon was given. Okay, Varadanam Yatha Dattam. Idam Tathyam tu idam Tatyam tu, this truth, me bruvantya shrunuvai. I will now tell you, me bruvantya, as I tell you, while I tell you, you listen, she says. So she's like, I'm not as bad as I appear. I have a backstory too. So listen to me now. Okay, she's telling him, what is the backstory? I had got long ago, I had got a boon from Brahma. That story I'm going to tell you, she says. Yada tvam vanarah kaschit vikramat vasham anayet. Yada kaschit vanarah vikramat tvam vasham anayet. Yada kaschit. If by some chance someone, vanarah, one monkey, vikramat tvam, out of valor, tvam, you, namely Lankini, vasham anayet, bring under his control. Tada, then, rakshasam bhayam agatam. Rakshasam refers to the Rakshasas. City of Lanka is inhabited with Rakshasas there. No? Those Rakshasas. Bhayamagatam. Fear has come to them. Iti tvaya vigyeyam. So you must understand. Tvaya iti vigyeyam. You must understand this. Okay. So the backstory basically is this. That when Lanka Devi, when Lanka, first of all, Lanka itself is not an ordinary city. Lanka belonged to whom?
Kubera, ma'am.
Kubera. So what happened was Ravana. I will again tell you the little bit of a backstory. I'm regressing a little, but because it will make sense in the next 5 shlokas, hence also when we see Shapo Pahata, I have to anyway give the backstory. So I'll explain. Now, um, Ravana was the son of sage Vishravas. Okay, Kaikasi was the name of his mother. Kaikasi was a Rakshasi. Okay, Maricha, Subahu, and all her bosom relatives only. And Kaikasi was a very, very bad lady, always after gold, always after power, and eating excessively, drinking excessively, killing others. So it was really a match not made in heaven. So they had 3 children, Ravana, as you all know, Kumbhakarna and Vibhishna. And they also had Shurpanaka, the girl. Okay, so they had 4 children, sorry, including Shurpanaka. So what happened was, Vishravas had another wife, and through her he had Kubera. So Kubera was his step brother, right? So what happened was Kubera by nature, I have told the story of Kubera long, long ago in, I think, Vaidyanatashtakam. He was a great devotee of Shiva. Next Janma, he was born and then as a son of Vishravas. And through great tapasya to Brahma, he got elevated to the post of the chief of the Yakshas and the ruler of all the wealth in the Devaloka. So, this celestial city of Lanka was built for Kubera by first for Brahma by Vishwakarma. Then, this celestial city which was built for Brahma, the Brahma is going to come down and inhabit. Just like we may have multiple properties in different places, Brahma had this property in this place. Okay. Now, this property, after Kubera pleased him through tapasya, was handed over to Kubera. And he was told, please rule there happily. And he also got the very famous Pushpaka Vimana from him. Okay. So then Kubera was ruling here. Meanwhile, Ravana was very, what do you call, very restless. He believed that he was the most powerful, warrior and the most powerful Rakshasa ever born. And therefore, to establish his kingdom, he needed a suitable city. He was advised by his maternal uncle to go and attack Kubera. At that time, Kubera was, he was in Lanka. And at that time, Kubera, when he was in Lanka, got a envoy sent by Ravana, who told him, be prepared for war. Ravana is coming. He is going to evict you from Lanka. This city was a divine city built obviously for Brahma, and therefore it had a lot of magic charms and many security features built in. Okay, including this Lankini. This Lankini was in probably previous birth one of the servants of Brahma or something. So she was also an elevated lady who, because of her relationship with Lord Brahma, in the sense with her, she was also a great person who was given the responsibility of guarding the city. So Brahma had given her a boon, saying, you can take any form. That is why earlier also we see Kama Rupini. You can take any form that you need to protect the city, and you don't just need armies and a powerful king to protect you, but you can protect yourself by taking any form at your will. This was the boon given by Brahma to Lankini. Okay. Meanwhile, our Kubera is sitting here in Lanka. Ravana has sent one Duta saying, I am going to attack you. Any other king would have said, okay, come, let me marshal my resources. Whereas Kubera said, I am not a king who can defend his territory at all. I know I'm a banker by profession. You can't ask a banker to wage a war, can you? I'm leaving this place with a white flag waving. So what did he do? He left the place, kept all the security alarm systems, everything open, including Lankini, for Ravana to take over. So Lankini's allegiance had to move from Brahma Kubera to then Ravana. Kubera vacated. He went to his friend Shiva, Lord Shiva, and asked him, can I please take a small place near your Kailasha mountain only? I'll be very happy, protected by you there in Alakapur. So, in his Pushpakama Vimana, Kubera had taken off. So, there's a common misconception that when Ravana laid siege to Lanka, he did not. Kubera merely vacated from battle scene. And how did Kubera vacate? On his Pushpaka Vimana. Pushpaka Vimana was taken later by Ravana. Okay, so now Kubera vacates the scene, security systems are all in Ravana's hands. So Lankini was told, however, that's why Brahma knew something like this will happen, that even she will fall into the wrong hands. So when you fall into the wrong hands, child, don't worry. One Vanara will come. When that Vanara comes and defeats you, know that the Rakshasas have got, their time is up. So this is what you have to understand. He tells her and then he goes. So now she is relieved. Appa, now that I've been defeated, Rakshasas will be defeated, which means I can go back to my original sthana of being a celestial, probably celestial nymph in Brahma's court, but I will go back to where I came from. I don't have to be stuck here. Okay, so this is the story here. Sahi, this. Sahi me samaya saumyaha. Sahi me samaya saumyaha. प्राप्तोऽद्य तव दर्शनात् प्राप्तोऽद्य तव दर्शनात् स्वयं भूविहितः सत्यो स्वयं भूविहितः सत्यो न तस्यास्ति व्यतिक्रमः न तस्यास्ति व्यतिक्रमः सहि मे समयः सौम्यः प्राप्तोऽद्य तव दर्शनात् सहि मे समयः सौम्यः प्राप्तोऽद्य तव दर्शनात् स्वयं भूविहितः सत्यो न तस्यास्ति व्यतिक्रमः स्वयं भूविहितः सत्यो न तस्यास्ति व्यतिक्रमः together सहि मे समयः सौम्यः प्राप्तोऽद्य तव दर्शनात् स्वयं भूविहितः सत्यो न तस्यास्ति व्यतिक्रमः. Seems to be also a few of you. Once more we'll check. सहि मे समयः सौम्यः प्राप्तोऽद्य तव दर्शनात् स्वयं भूविहितः सत्यो न तस्यास्ति व्यतिक्रमः. Saumya, oh auspicious one, adya tava darshanat. Adya means today. Tava means your. Darshanat means out of seeing you, from seeing you, because I saw you today. Me Swayambhu Vihitaha, for me, me means for me, fourth vibhakti, me for me, Swayambhu Vihitaha, as ordained by Brahma, Sahasamayaha, that time, Praptaha, has arrived. Happa, for me, that time has arrived. Satyaha, Tasya Vyatikramaha Nasti. So his words are true. Satyaha, Tasya Vyatikramaha, it's contrary course of action or contrary happening did not happen. Nasti did not occur. So what his words were, they stayed true. Nothing contrary to it happened. He had predicted. So obviously he's Brahma. He knows what he's saying. Okay, I hope the meaning is clear. Do you want me to repeat something? Thought I went a little fast. Okay, move forward.
Ma'am, what do you mean by praptodya?
Praptaha adya. So adya means today. Praptaha means has been attained. Go in the same Anvaya Krama as I'm mentioning. Saumya, oh auspicious one. Adya, today. Tava darshana, by your darshana, by seeing you. Me swayambhu vihita, for me as told by Brahma. Sahasamayaha, that time. Praptaha, has come. Satyaha, it is true. Tasya vyatikramaha, its contrary course. Nasti, has not happened. Okay. Probably if I've gone too fast in my Anvayas, those who are interested, go back to the recordings and just hear it a little slowly, then you can just correct your understanding in case. But I'm giving it word by word with Anvaya. So it's at the later time also, you'll be able to easily check a meaning. Sita nimittam ragyastu Sita nimittam ragyastu Ravanasya duratmanaha Ravanasya duratmanaha Rakshasam chaiva sarvesham Rakshasam chaiva sarvesham Vinashah samupagatah Vinashah samupagatah Sita nimittam ragyastu Ravanasya duratmanaha Sita nimittam ragyastu Ravanasya duratmanaha Rakshasam chaiva sarvesham Vinashah samupagatah Rakshasam chaiva sarvesham Vinashah samupagatah. Together. सीतानिमित्तं राज्ञस्तु रावणस्य दुरात्मनः रक्षसां चैव सर्वेषां विनाशः समुपागतः. So, दुरात्मनः राज्ञः रावणस्य, दुरात्मनः राज्ञः षष्ठी विभक्ति, रावणस्य विशेषणम्. So, रावणस्य of Ravana. What kind of Ravana? Ragyaha, we know, king. What kind of a king? Duratmanaha, evil-minded one. Those of you who attended the previous class, just remember what was the adjective used for Ravana. Mahatmanaha, the great-souled one. Now he is Duratmanaha. See, maybe we should not be so harsh on Lankini. Maybe she is just like an ignorant being who, having seen the light, having been given one wallop by the great Guru Hanuman with just his sparsha, probably she just got the jnana, we should probably not run her down so much. So she probably realized at that time what is reality, and her delusion probably just fell off like scales from before her eyes. So Ravan, now she's calling him the evil one. Okay, Sarvesham Rakshasam cha. So of Ravana, of the evil-minded Ravana, and Sarvesham Rakshasam, all the Rakshasas. So Duratmanaha Ragyaha Ravanasya, of the evil-minded Raja Ravana, and all the Rakshasas, Sita Nimittam Vinashaha Samupagataha. Because of Sita, caused by Sita, Sita Nimittam, Vinashaha, ruin, Agataha, Samupagataha, has approached, has come. Okay, so here she is correctly identifying the cause also, because Ravana did the unspeakable act of abducting Sita Devi. Now Vinasha is staring him at his face. तत्प्रविश्य हरिश्रेष्ठ, तत्प्रविश्य हरिश्रेष्ठ, पुरीं रावणपालितां, पुरीं रावणपालितां, विधत्स्व सर्वकार्याणि, विधत्स्व सर्वकार्याणि, विधत्स्व, विधत्स्व सर्वकार्याणि, यानि यानि हवाञ्छसि, यानि यानि हवाञ्छसि, तत्प्रविश्य हरिश्रेष्ठ, पुरीं रावणपालितां, तत्प्रविश्य हरिश्रेष्ठ, पुरीं रावणपालितां, विधत्स्व सर्वकार्याणि, यानि यानि हवाञ्छसि, विधत्स्व सर्वकार्याणि, यानि यानि हवाञ्छसि, तत्प्रविश्य हरिश्रेष्ठ, पुरीं रावणपालितां, विधत्स्व सर्वकार्याणि, यानि यानि हवाञ्छसि. Now she gives him the golden key to enter the city. Harishrestha, O supreme among monkeys, Tat Ravanapalitam Purim. This city which is ruled by Ravana, that city which is protected by Ravana. Pravishya, you may enter, having entered. Iha, here, yani yani karyani, yani yani vanchasi. Whatever you wish to do. Vanchasi means wish. Sarva karyani, all that work. Vidhatsva, may you undertake, may you do it. So she gives him permission. Whatever you want, you have now entered the city, go in and achieve whatever you want, she says. Pravisya shapopahatam harishwaraha. One second. प्रविश्य शापोपहतां हरीश्वरः, प्रविश्य शापोपहतां हरीश्वरः, पुरीं शुभां राक्षसराजपालितां, पुरीं शुभां राक्षसराजपालितां, दिदृक्षया त्वं जनकात्मजां सतीं, दिदृक्षया त्वं जनकात्मजां सतीं, विमार्ग सर्वत्र गतो यथा सुखम्, विमार्ग सर्वत्र गतो यथा सुखम्. Once more. प्रविश्य शापोपहतां हरीश्वरः, पुरीं शुभां राक्षसराजपालितां, प्रविश्य शापोपहतां हरीश्वरः, पुरीं शुभां राक्षसराजपालितां, दिदृक्षया त्वं जनकात्मजां सती विमार्ग सर्वत्र गतो यथा सुखम् दिदृक्षया त्वं जनकात्मजां सतीं विमार्ग सर्वत्र गतो यथा सुखम् टुगेदर प्रविश्य शापोपहतां हरीश्वरः पुरीं शुभां राक्षसराजपालितां दिदृक्षया त्वं जनकात्मजां सतीं विमार्ग सर्वत्र गतो यथा सुखम्. So Harishwara, O Lord of the monkeys, Shapopahatam, doomed by a curse. Okay, doomed by a curse. Rakshasa Rajapalitam, protected by the Rakshasa king, Ravana. Shubham Purim, this auspicious city, Brahma city, Yadrichaya, freely, suddenly, Pravishya, having entered, Tvam, you, Sarvatra Gataha, having gone everywhere, Yathas, or going everywhere, sorry, go everywhere, Yatha Sukham, as you please, Satim Janaka Atmajam, the chaste daughter of Janaka, namely Sita Devi, Vimarga, look for her, may you look for her. Okay, so Vimarga Sarvatra Gato Yatha Sukham. So may you look for the chaste daughter of Janaka everywhere. Didrikshaya is one word, no? I left it out. Didrikshaya Tvam Janakatmajam Vimarga. So look for her in all directions. Desirous of searching in all directions, look for her. Didrikshaya means desirous of looking in all the directions of searching. Okay, Atiji, your hand is raised.
How did Lankini guess, ma'am, that his purpose of his visit is to find Sita?
She is also a celestial being, no? So she obviously knows. And the moment the scales have fallen from her eyes and she has become she has become very conducive to Hanuman's work. She's become conducive to Rama's work also. So even she is obviously aware of what is happening. And she knows the cause for all this, these nimittas, these bad things happening is Sita's presence. The very fact that Ravana abducted Sita, the security had been ramped up was well known to her.
Okay.
So even assuming that as a divine being, she had not guessed, she had not known, she could have guessed just seeing that, okay, this new entry into Lanka is what is causing all these issues. So now she must be thinking, oh, he's looking for her and therefore.
Okay.
Radaji, did you want to say?
That's exactly what you said, no? Because already Sita being in Lanka, she would have very well known, being she is the city's
Guardian.
like we say, no, Yellai Devam and all those things. So without her knowledge, Sita has not entered Lanka. So even though she knew, but the thing is that once this Brahma's thing comes to her mind, what has happened recently is entry of Sita. Then for destruction of Lanka, this is putting like common sense or putting things together.
Correct. So the interesting thing here that everyone should also notice, doomed city. Why is it called a doomed city? Why is it Shapopahatam Puri? That is the place where there is a story. Okay, so the story, and that too related to Hanuman's entry. This story comes, it's quite a popular story. We all know that this whole modern theory that Ravana was a great devotee of Lord Shiva and all is a little bit of a bunkup. Okay, so please don't fall for it. He's a horrible person. He will abduct goddesses. And then he will do all kinds of adharmic acts, but still, but he's a devotee of Shiva. Some people will say that, but he is a devotee of Shiva, we can actually comfortably drop from his character description. He was forced to sing the praises of Shiva, much like how Lankini, after she was felled, said, oh, Harisattama. Like that only. What happened was once, like I told you the half of the story, right? When Kubera's city was taken over by Ravana. After that, what happened was Ravana was not satisfied. He's like, oh, Kubera gave me his city, but he flew away in his aerial vehicle. Let me now chase him and get the Pushpaka Vimana from him. So now he attacked Alakapuri. After attacking Alakapuri, again Kubera asked him, what do you want? I've already given you my city. What do you want more now? Tell me. He said, I want your Pushpaka Vimana. How dare you escape from that? That also Dhatra gave, that also Brahma gave you. So I needed that. I need it for myself. because I am the stronger brother, so I should only take it. So Kubera, as usual, in his usual way of non-violence, said, take the Pushpaka Vimana, go. So what did Ravana do? Ravana ascended the Pushpaka Vimana and was crossing over from Alakapuri, coming back to Dakshina. Meanwhile, he saw this beautiful place of Kailas. And on Kailasa, he felt the mountain was very charming and very beautiful. So he felt that the mountain itself had to be uprooted and taken to where he was. Being the absolutely arrogant king that he was, he believed that his might could accomplish that. So what did he do? Shiva and Parvati were sitting next to each other. They were happily engaged in between themselves. They were fully engrossed in themselves. When Ravana took the palm of his hand, laid it under the mountain and tried to lift it. Okay, so then what happened? We all know the famous story. What did Lord Shiva do? With his big toe, he pressed the mountain. Trapped under the mountain for thousands of years, advised by his maternal uncle, our Ravana sang hymns in praise of Shiva. This is much like saying, please free me, you are the best. Please free me, you are the wonderful Lord. Please free me, nobody is greater than you, oh Lord Shiva. Because, I mean, he is literally groaning. Till, from the time of his birth, he was not called Ravana. From the time of his birth, he was called Dashagriva, one with 10 heads, okay, 10 necks. But the name Ravana came to him because he was crying in pain and saying, oh, please free me, oh Lord Shiva, please free me, please free me. You are shouting like this, you are groaning like this, you are totally raucous. So the name Ravana means one who is raucous. Okay, and Lord Shiva gave him the name Ravana, saying, oh, raucous one, oh, noisy one, oh, crow types, okay, oh, noisy crow types. So you're so noisy. So Ravana made be your name. So then after thousands of years, you know how Shiva's heart always melts. So Shiva's heart melted. He forgave Ravana and said, go on your way. But at that time, before he forgave Ravana, what happened was, before he tried to lift the mountain, he was stopped by the person is a guardian, Nandi. Nandi said, how dare you try to lift the mountain on which my lord is sitting? Please go on your sweet path. Don't come in my master's direction. Meanwhile, Ravana got angry with him and said, who are you? One bull face on a human form. And you are having the audacity to talk to me, the great Rakshasa king. How dare you shut up? He said. So Nandi got angry. He said, you are telling that I am looking like one bull's face or a human body. Wait, one monkey face and a human body will come. And when that monkey face and a human body comes and destroys your city, enters your city and destroys, know that doom is spent for your city. He gives him a solid curse. Okay, that is why Shapo Pahatam Puri. The Puri was waiting for being destroyed by that curse of Nandi. That Nandi's curse is now going to reach fruition. So, Shapo Pahatam Puri. Meanwhile, there is a small backstory here because it is interesting and we always like hearing backstories. We will tell that story next. Now, Lord Shiva, you know, he is the omnipotent, omniscient, all-powerful Lord. Why will he allow one puny Rakshasa to put his palm under the mountain and try to lift him? Okay, to explain this, you will see in Devaram, always Srinyana Sambandhar Devaram, 7th or 8th verse will always be on this incident of Ravana's pride and how Shiva humbled Ravana's pride. Okay, I don't remember now which Devaram, but in one of the Devarams he had mentioned that it is not as if you did not know that that Rakshasa was going to put his palm under the mountain and lift it up like one laddu on a ladle. But who was sitting next to you at that time? Umadevi. What was she doing? Fully engrossed in you, and both of you were talking with each other. When the mountain was trying to lift the mountain shook. When the mountain shook, Umadevi got upset, really angry and sad. And then what did she do? She immediately hugged you. Because she hugged you, you wanted to enjoy that hug from Umadevi, and therefore you let the drama continue till you press the mountain with your big toe. She continued to hug you, you looked at her, patted her reassuringly, and then pressed your big toe down. So it is all your another Leela only that you enacted by allowing that puny Rakshasa to even lift your mountain. He says, okay, this is told by Srinyana Sambandhar in his Devaram. But then the final takeaway from this is Shapopatam Purim is because of the curse by Nandikeshwara. Lakshmipriya ji, you had something else to add?
Yes, ma'am, the same thing. Actually, Parvati, in Navarasa, when we do in dance, no, So this event accompanies Parvati's Bhaya Bhava. So this is the only place where she expresses Bhaya and she wants to go and hug Lord Shiva. So and she go that Alinganam has to happen. For that only the Bhaya Bhava also she expressed herself. So from Tevaram we quote that one particular line and we say Thonriyadu Bhayam Enum Bhavam. Ma'am, எனக்கு அது மட்டும் மறந்து விட்டவா. Just that one
I
line
forgot
before
exactly
that
which
is
scene
not coming.
I didn't even mean to go into the Devaram.
I will write it. I will try to
send it in
remember
the
that song
it.
and then I'll write it. Yeah.
Send it in the group. Yeah, great. Thank you. Yeah, so essentially, even she is acting. Parashakti experiencing Bhayam. She is also acting because she wants to hug the Lord. He is also acting because he wants to be hugged by her. Divine parents are happily playing and Ravana is the puppet. So what, and that too with 10 hands. And there is another story, no, in again Devaram only, where Tirungiryana Samandar says Ravana has 10 heads, no. One of the heads he removed, used the tendons of his neck and all to make the strings of a veena, and that veena he played and sang so many stotras in praise of Lord Shiva. So that sacrifice which he did for Ravana chopping off his head for pleasing a deity is not a new thing. To get his balam, to get his prowess, the original boons also were by cutting off his heads only. So Brahma gave him the boon. So now one head, one veena, Shiva was happy. And then he was like, okay, fine, I forgive you. You please go on your way. Okay. So, but still, he came back with a curse on his city. That is the takeaway from this whole story. Okay. So now, Iti Srimad Ramayane Sundarakande Tritiya Sarga. With this, we finish the third Sarga. We start the next Sarga the next week. So we can stop.